How are you, Hanif?
I'm on good form, actually.
You're writing.
I hope to be, yes.
What does that mean? Oh, after this.
I'll get my pen out later, yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Do you think 5 minutes is going to be enough for Hanif Kureishi?
You can't get enough of Hanif Kureishi if you ask me, but 5 minutes is a good start.
OK, well, let's start. You can count us down. 3,
2, 1, go.
You write about love and lust and race and all sorts of things. How would you describe love to me?
Well, I'm fascinated by people's passion for one another. And I guess love is the central subject of most artists in the Western world. Love, marriage, and everything that comes out of that is right at the heart of how we live and what we as artists want to explore.
I've read that you think we repress love now.
Well, I grew up in the 50s when there wasn't any sex, and now there's lots of sex but less love. And love is a much fuller and bigger and greater and more nurturing, as they say, experience. I would prefer that over sex any day.
Do you believe in an ideology?
I think I probably do. I'm probably some sort of liberal progressive, I guess. But I see myself as a writer, probably as a skeptic, or as somebody who would ask questions, or who would support doubt and criticism, rather than, as it were, pushing a programme.
As a writer, are you disciplined? Do you mark out parts of the day to write in?
I think most artists probably are disciplined, actually, yeah. It's a proper job. Most of the artists that I know would work most of the time, and indeed as they get older, work harder.
Are you consciously influenced by other authors?
I would think about what other authors have said or done, and it would become integrated into my view of the world. And I guess some of my work would exist in relation to some other authors. But then it comes out as me, in my own voice.
Do you have a favourite author to read?
Probably my favourite novelist is probably Proust. I love that book, Remembrance of Things Past. And if I've got any spare time, I'd dip into that here and there.
What do you think you would have been had you not made it in the literary world?
That's a good question. I don't know. I probably would have the misfortune of being a journalist, perhaps, or even a teacher. I mean, I am a teacher, a writing teacher, and I like to teach. I think that's an important duty and something that I enjoy doing, so I wouldn't be ashamed of having done that.
You were the son of a white mother and an Indian father. What was your childhood like as the son of a mixed-race marriage?
I was a rather cheerful child, as you can see, and am a cheerful adult. But I grew up in the 60s, and it was a very interesting time in terms of race.
Did you experience racism?
I experienced rather a lot of racism, and I became fascinated by politics, by ideology, by racism, by exclusion, and by some idea of integration. So all those experiences have fed my work.
Do you think we live in a post-racial society today?
I think we would like to think that we live in a post-racial society, but I think we still use race, particularly in terms, for instance, of unemployment or immigration, for instance, in order to think about important things.
You've talked about and I think are interested in psychoanalysis. Why is that?
Because I'm fascinated by the crossover, really, between philosophy, which is the study of ideas, literature, study of human behaviour, and psychoanalysis, which is the study of the mind, and where they all meet. It seems to me to be where human life starts.
What makes you angry, Hanif?
I can become furious about politics. My children make me furious. And I might make myself angry for reasons I don't understand yet.
Do you think there is a defining moral issue of our day?
Well, the moral issues remain the same, which is really how we must live and who we want to be. And these questions clearly are different every 10 years. but they're usually the same questions.
You were nominated for an Oscar for your screenplay, My Beautiful Laundrette, and you were living in a council flat at the time. Then you went off to the Oscars. What was that like?
It's the most joyous, surprising, and wonderful thing to have happen to you when you're innocent, when you're young, when you don't know anything about it, when you don't expect it. When you're older, it's not so much fun, but it's one of the best things that ever happened to me.
And that is a good place to finish, Hanif.
Okay.
Very good to meet you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.